Hello, everybody. If you can hear me and see me in the classroom, then I have mastered the art of being in two places at once. Ooh. Okay, we're going to learn the skill evaluating sources, our online research skill, which we will use frequently in this class. So follow along with me and take your notes. So let's say I wanted to research a question like you guys did last class. In this case, I'm going to choose side one of our SAC from last class. So I'm going to research that it is better to go to college after high school. So my very first step would be to type my search phrase into Google. I'm going to say pros of going to college after high school. Okay. And obviously, it's Google, so there's lots of things to open up, and you should do that. So I see something from a university. I'm going to open that. Looks like another college. I'm going to open that. I don't know what that is. Public Policy Institute. Okay, I'm going to open that. Northeastern University, another university. I'm going to open that. So notice right away what I'm doing is I'm opening another EDU website. I'm opening quite a few things. Don't limit yourself to one. We can scan these things. So this one has something there. Benefits of going to college. That looks relevant. I'm going to keep that for now. Again, benefits of education. Okay, I'm going to keep that for now. Is college worth it? Yeah, that seems relevant to what I'm doing or what I'm looking for. Let's see, what's this one? Is a bachelor's degree worth it? Holding a degree is no longer so. Okay, this seems like it's talking about what I want to talk about. I'm going to hold on to that. The impact of reasons to go to college. Okay, this is also talking about what I want. So I've already found a bunch of relevant articles that could support an argument for why you should go to college after high school. I'm going to choose one for right now, and let's scan it a little bit more deeply. The title makes it look like it's something that we could use. Let's scan some of these paragraphs. Okay, this is a school offering bachelor's degrees. Okay, they have AA degrees. They also do certificates. Okay, so they do both at this school. They have technical certificates. Yeah, I read that. Okay, and it's saying it is making an argument here that there are undeniable benefits to earning a college degree. So this article is definitely relevant. I'm going to go ahead and go with this one to support my argument. I'm going to close these other tabs for now, but if you were really doing this, you'd want to keep them open because maybe you want more than one article. But that's not what we're doing right now. So we found our article. Now, what we have to do is we have to determine, is this a reliable article? In order to do that, we are going to start Googling it. So let's go head over back to Google, and I'm not going to close this tab. And let's type in the name of the school right there. So there we go, state. And let's start opening some stuff. Now, of course, the first thing that pops up is the school's website. We cannot use that for the simple reason that we can't trust a source to talk about itself, right? It could be dishonest. I'm going to open Wikipedia. I'll talk about how I'm going to use that in a moment. I'm skipping some stuff. YouTube, anyone can upload there. LinkedIn, that's a social media website. X, I'm not going to open that. That's social media. But okay, this looks like a news website. Just looks like it's a website talking about colleges. Also looks like it's a website talking about colleges. Now we could keep going and open more, and I do want to note you guys shouldn't be afraid to keep clicking that next button. But let's take what we have for now. Now, Wikipedia. You guys have probably been warned about this before, that you shouldn't use Wikipedia. That's not entirely true. There are some cases in which we can use it. One of them I'm going to show you right now is down here in the references, you can get links to articles that are supporting what the Wikipedia page is saying. Now, sometimes these references are helpful and sometimes they're not. In this case, let's open a few. Okay, open the spreadsheet. I probably don't want that. This looks like it could be useful, but unfortunately it's behind a paywall, so we're not going to use it. So I'm not going to use Wikipedia today, but I just want you guys to know you can use that references section. So let's go ahead and close this. Okay. This website is called US News. It's about this college. It says it's unranked in this area, but it does say that this is a public school founded in 1965, and it has a pretty large student population. Okay, so this website makes it look like this is a legitimate college, like a real school. So I'm going to keep this open. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. This is niche.com, and it's also talking about the same college. It says it's number 26 in best value colleges in Florida. Obviously, that's not the best, but that's okay. That still makes it look like a real university. It says it's a public school located in Sanford. Okay. Um, it is corroborating what was said over here, right? That this is a public school in Florida. So now I have two websites, U.S. News and Niche, that are saying the same thing. That makes this college look legitimate, like it's a real school. Let's go to that last website we had pulled up, collegeboard.com. And it's the same thing, or a similar looking thing, right? It's talking about this college, Seminole State. It is saying that's a 4-year public school, and it is in Florida. Okay. So these websites are, again, corroborating each other. I have 3 sources now that are saying that Seminole State is a legitimate college. That's good. Now, that is what we call horizontal verification. Horizontal meaning from like left to right or right to left, right? So this website, and this website all agree that it's a real college. Now we need to do something called vertical verification. What that means is that we need to choose one of these 3 horizontally corroborating websites and dig deeper into that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose niche.com to do that. So I'm going to move that one over to the right. So let's head on over to Google and we'll just type in niche. I'm going to put a space because I don't actually want to go to niche.com, but I'm typing niche.com. And again, not surprisingly, the first thing I get is their website. I don't want to use that. Again, we can click Wikipedia and see if we get anything. I'm going to avoid Reddit. That is social media. Same with Facebook. Anyone can post there. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it might be some kind of a research institute. That looks like a news website. I'm going to open that. Okay, I'm going to skip Reddit again. Quora, again, anyone can upload there. Looks like it might be somehow part of the same website. Crunchbase, Apple. I'm going to avoid that. Again, social media. UCLA. That's a university. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Now I'm going to stop opening things now. But again, I just want to point out to you guys, look, I went on to the 3rd page. So don't be afraid to click that next button. You won't always find everything you need on the very first Google page. Now, I'm not going to bother reading what Wikipedia has to say. You can see there's lots of references, though, that we could open up. So we'll open up a few here. How to read your student's aid report, rival school, Facebook game. I'm not sure all these look relevant. A website for rating big life decisions. Okay. All right. Well, once again, we'll often run into this problem. That's behind a paywall. It doesn't mean it's bad. Just unfortunately, we can't access it. Same with that. Can't access that, so we'll close it. That one has an error. Now, again, that'll happen with Wikipedia, but you should still give it a try sometimes. It can be helpful, although not today. But we have 3 other websites I found from Google. So let's go ahead and look at those. So from the Martin Center, college rankings are popular now. Okay. Niche is one of the most talked about college ranking websites. It is a trendy website. Private institutions and Duke. Here, meanwhile, I found top factors. It's not especially user friendly. That doesn't mean unreliable. Okay, it's questionable. For example, let's see the inclusion. Okay, so at the bottom here, it's saying that it does have some biases, but that's always unavoidable. So it doesn't come out and say that it's unreliable, and actually seems to say that overall this website's fine to use. Notice, by the way, that I am scanning as I go through these websites. I'm not reading everything, right? We need to go fast so that we can get to our main research. So let's look at this next one, Forbes. Looks like he's saying that this is like Yelp for colleges. And let's scroll down to the conclusion because that's often where we can find the best info. Okay, so he's saying this is actually a good website to make parents and students skeptical about which colleges to choose. So that actually makes it sound reliable. And then finally, this one, UCLA earns the top spot among U.S. public universities. Okay, so UCLA is posting this because it earned a good ranking on that website. UCLA is a university, so this makes it seem reliable that since the university wants to show off that it got placed up there for these various programs. So I have now found 3 websites: the James G. Martin Center, Forbes, and UCLA, that all say that niche.com is reliable. And along with Niche, I have these 2 websites that say the article I want to use is reliable. So now I've relied on horizontal verification, right? Once again, these 3 that all corroborate that the college website or the article is reliable. But I also have used vertical verification. In other words, I went up, down. I used these 3 websites to verify that one of my horizontal verifications, niche.com, was reliable. And that is vertical verification. One last thing for us to note before this video is over is we go back to our article that we're going to use to research our question, right? Should we go to college or not after high school? You do want to notice that this article has a author. So if an article doesn't have an author, that's fine as long as you can horizontally and vertically verify it. But when an author is present, you guys should also look up the author. I'm not going to do that right now because it's just the same skill. We would vertically and horizontally verify that Mark Richardson, or whoever the author is legitimate, in addition to everything that I've already done. So if there's an author, you should do that. But again, I won't do it right now because it's just the same skill that you saw me do. You would verify him in exactly the same way that we verified this website. So that is it. That is how you research safely online. I'm going to hand it back now to the real life Mr. K. Here you go, Mr. K. Woo!